Have you ever looked at rich people and wondered why they always seem calm about money? It is not because they are lucky. It is not because they know secret trick. When I first heard about this, I thought, okay, you just get a fancier credit card. But no, it's way weirder and more interesting than that. The reason is that they use different kinds of bank accounts at different levels of wealth. Poor people, middle class people, rich people, and very wealthy people do not handle money in the same way. The higher people climb, the more their bank accounts start working like tools instead of simple places to store cash. Think about it like this. Imagine trying to build a house with only a hammer. You can still build something, but it will take forever and the work will be hard. Now imagine having a full toolbox with drills. So imagine the bank showing up at your house. That would freak me out. But for these people, that's just Tuesday. And measuring tools. Suddenly, the work becomes easier and faster. Bank accounts work the same way. Different accounts are tools for different stages of life. Most people only know about one or two kinds of accounts. They use a normal checking account to receive salary, money, and maybe a savings account for extra cash. Then they stop there. But wealthy people use systems. They separate money based on goals. Every account has a clear job. Today, I will walk you through the bank accounts people usually use at each level of wealth. I will explain why they matter, how they work, and how normal people can slowly start. Regular banking is like ordering from a drive-thru. Private banking is like having a personal chef who knows you ate Pringles. Using them too. This is not about becoming rich overnight. This is about understanding how money moves. Let us begin with the first level. Level 1 is survival wealth. This is where many people start. At this level, people are mainly trying to pay bills, buy food, and survive each month. Most people here only have one checking account. Their salary enters that account and leaves almost immediately. Rent, transport, groceries, school fees, and loans eat up. Okay, so you get a personal money person? Cool. But what do they actually do for you? The answer might surprise you. The money first. The biggest problem at this stage is that there is no separation. Everything mixes together. Emergency money mixes with spending money. Bills mix with entertainment. Because of that, people often feel lost. They check their balance and wonder where everything went. The first smart move at this level is simple. Open a second account. One account becomes the spending account. The other becomes the emergency account. Even saving $50, 4% versus 15%, that doesn't sound like a big deal until you do the math. Over 10 years, we are talking about millions. Or $20 every month starts building discipline. Many people think small savings do not matter, but the habit matters more than the amount. Saving small amounts teaches your brain to think long term. It teaches control. That control becomes powerful later in life. An emergency account is extremely important because life always brings surprises. A phone breaks, a car stops working, someone gets sick. Without emergency savings, people panic and borrow money at high interest rates. That creates stress and debt. Now let us move to level 2, the stability level. At this stage, people are no longer surviving. You might be thinking, can I just write a will? You can. That is just like protecting a mansion with a back lock. Every single month, they can pay bills comfortably and still have some money left over. This is where a savings account becomes more serious. Instead of just storing spare money, the account starts becoming protection for the future. People at this level usually build 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This creates peace of mind. Imagine waking up tomorrow and losing your job. Would you survive for a few months? Many people cannot. That is why this account matters so much. The funny thing is that rich people value peace more than luxury. A lot of poor people dream about expensive shoes or flashy cars. Wealthy, it's like a secret menu, but instead of a burger, you get to invest in a company before it goes public. Not fair, right? People dream about freedom and safety. Having savings gives freedom. At this stage, many people also open a separate account for goals. Maybe they want to travel, buy land, start a business, or pay for school. Instead of mixing all money together, they create dedicated accounts. This sounds simple, but it changes behavior. My wire transfer took 3 days last week. Theirs takes 3 hours. Same bank, same planet, completely different experiences. When people see money sitting in a travel account, they become excited to keep adding more. It feels real. Goals become clearer when money has a home. Now let us move higher. Level 3. Level 3 is the investing level. This is where people stop relying only on salary money. They realize that working harder forever is exhausting. They begin asking a powerful question. How? Think of it like hiring a pilot. You say, get me to Florida. You don't tell them how to steer every second. Can my money work for me? At this level, people often open investment accounts. This may include brokerage accounts, retirement accounts, or money market accounts. Instead of letting all their cash slip in a normal bank account, they start buying assets. Assets are things that can grow in value or produce income. Stocks, bonds, index funds, and real estate are common examples. Wealthy people understand something important. Cash alone usually loses value over time because of inflation. Inflation quietly makes life more expensive every year. Food costs. Wait, the bank wants to lend you money? Normally, we beg them. At this level, they beg you. Crazy how money flips things. Rent rises, fuel rises. Even if your money amount stays the same, your buying power slowly drops. That is why investing matters. But many people become scared when they hear the word investing. They imagine gambling or losing everything overnight. Real investing is usually boring. It is slow, patient, and simple. For example, many wealthy people I once tried to send money to another country and I felt like I needed PhD. These people do it before breakfast without breaking a sweat. Regularly buy index funds every month. They do not chase trends every day. They simply build over time. It is similar to planting seeds and watering them patiently. One powerful account at this level is a retirement account. A retirement account is important because it protects your future self. Most young people think retirement is far away, so they ignore it. But time is the secret weapon for investing. Imagine two people. One starts investing at 25 years old, the other starts at 40 years old. Even if the younger person $1 million a year in fees sounds insane, but if they make you an extra 5 million, that's not a cost. That's a deal. Invest smaller amounts, they can still end up richer because their money had more time to grow. Compound growth is like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it moves slowly, then it becomes bigger and faster. Wealth works the same way. Now, let us enter level 4, the wealthy level. At this stage, people usually have multiple income sources. Salary may still exist, and investments also produce money. Businesses may produce money. Rental properties may produce money. Wealth starts flowing from different directions. Just to be clear, this isn't hiding money from the government. It's about hiding it from everyone else. Big difference. This is where bank accounts become more specialized. Wealthy people often keep one account only for expenses. Another account receives business income. Another account handles taxes. Another account stores investment cash. Another account may hold emergency funds for opportunities. Why so many accounts? Because organization creates control. Think about a professional kitchen. Every ingredient has a place. That organization helps chefs work faster and better. Wealthy people organize money. Honestly, this part surprised me. I thought it would be all algorithms. But no, it's actually a person who actually remembers your name. the same way. One of the smartest accounts wealthy people use is a tax account. Many normal people spend money fast and think about taxes later. Wealthy people prepare for taxes all year. They automatically move part of income into a separate account to tax payments never become a disaster. Another important account at this level is a high yield savings account or money market account. Instead of leaving millions sitting in a normal checking account earning almost nothing, wealthy people place extra cash where it can earn interest safely. That's the shift, right? Most of us think about rent. They think about grandchildren they haven't met yet. Different game entirely. The difference becomes huge over time. A normal account may earn almost zero interest, but a higher yield account can generate thousands of dollars every year from money that would otherwise sit idle. Now let us move to final level, the ultra wealthy level. This is where money stops being only personal. It becomes strategic. Very wealthy people often use private banking accounts. These accounts offer special services, financial advice, business support, and investment opportunities. There's a private banking, and then there's private banking for billionaires, because of course there is. Normal people may never see. At this level, people also use trust accounts. A trust helps protect wealth for future generations. Instead of simply handing cash directly to children, money is managed carefully with rules and protections. Why do rich families care so much about this? Because many families lose wealth within a few generations. One generation builds wealth, the next enjoys it, the third destroys it. Smart wealthy families create systems to protect money long after they are gone. I know what you are thinking. So just get $5 million. Easy. I get it. The habits matter even before the money arrives. Very wealthy people also use accounts connected to charities and foundations. They understand that money can create influence and impact. Many donate to schools, hospitals, research programs, or community projects. Now, same starting line, same amount of money, but one person has a guide. The other went alone. That's the old story right there. I know what some people are thinking. This all sounds great, but what if I am still struggling financially right now? Here's the truth. You do not need millions to start acting smarter with money. The habits matter more than the numbers. You don't need a private banker today, but you can start asking the same questions they ask. That's free, and that actually works. Even if you only earn a small income, you can still separate money with purpose. You can still create systems. You can still build discipline. The biggest mistake people make is waiting until they become rich before acting organized. But wealthy habits usually begin before wealth arrives. A person who cannot manage $1,000 responsibly will probably struggle managing $1 million too. Money usually makes people more of who they already are. If someone is careless with small amounts, they often become careless with large amounts. If someone is disciplined with small amounts, that discipline usually grows stronger and stronger with bigger wealth. That is why learning these account systems matters. You may not need 10 bank accounts today, but maybe you need 2. A spending account and an emergency account. Later, you may add an investment account. Later, maybe a business account. The key is growth step by step. Another important lesson is this: bank accounts alone will not make you rich. They are only tools. Your habits, decisions, and mindset matter more. Okay? Some people earn huge salaries but still stay broke because they spend carelessly. Others earn average incomes but slowly become wealthy because they manage money wisely. Wealth is often less about impressing people and more about controlling yourself. Many rich people actually live simpler lives than people expect. They avoid wasting money on constant upgrades. They focus more on ownership than appearance. Poor people often buy things to look rich. Wealthy people often buy assets that quietly make them richer. That mindset shifts changes everything. Imagine two people receiving the same bonus from work. One person buys expensive clothes and gadgets immediately. The other person places part into investments, part into savings, and part into future goals. 5 years later, their lives may look completely different. Small choices repeated many times shape financial futures. Another thing wealthy people understand is automation. They do not rely on motivation every month. They create systems that move money automatically. Savings move automatically, investments move automatically, bills get paid automatically. Automation reduces emotional mistakes. Human beings are emotional with money. When people feel excited, they overspend. When people feel afraid, they avoid investing. Systems help remove those emotional swings. That is why creating the right accounts matters so much. They create structure around your money, and structure creates stability. One final lesson before we end: do not compare your financial chapter 1 to someone else's chapter 20. Building wealth takes time. Social media often makes success look instant, but real wealth is usually built slowly over many years through consistency, patience, and small habits. The goal is not to become rich overnight. The goal is to become stronger financially every single year. Even small improvements matter. Saving a little more, investing a little more, learning a little more over time, those small actions become powerful results. So after listening to this, here's what I want you to do. Look at your current bank setup honestly. Ask yourself one question: does my money have clear jobs, or is everything mixed together? If everything is mixed together, start fixing it today. Open one extra account for emergencies, create another for goals. Learn about investment accounts. Build slowly, do not rush. Remember, wealth is not only about how much money you make, it is also about how well you organize the money you already have. Rich people are not always smarter than everyone else. Many simply use better systems consistently for a long time, and now you understand one of those systems. The bank accounts available at each level of wealth are not just financial tools, they are signs of how people think about money, risk, security, and the future. The earlier you begin building these habits, the stronger your financial future can become. Start small, stay patient, stay disciplined, and let your money slowly begin working for you instead of always working against you. Here is something beautiful about money management. Every strong financial life usually begins with one simple decision. Someone chooses to become more intentional, they stop drifting and start planning. That small shift changes everything over time. Confidence grows because fear becomes smaller. Stress drops because emergencies become manageable. Opportunities appear because savings create flexibility. Slowly, money stops feeling like a partner, and once that happens, life becomes calmer, steadier, and more full ahead with every year. Right, that's the real world of private banking. Kind of wild, right? Let me know in the comment section what surprised you most.